Hello and welcome to the next in the series of virtual trainings offered by the Smithville Area Chamber of Commerce. Today we want to welcome our instructor, Anna Murray with Sundance Expressions, and I will allow her to introduce herself a little later. But first, I would like to thank our funding partners and our partners in this program, which is the City of Smithville and the Smithville Public Library. Our funding partners are the Institute of Museum and Library Services and the Texas State Library and Archives Commission. I'd also like to remind you that if you want to watch this show as an archived event, you simply go to smithvilletx.org and click on events and you'll see our virtual archive there. Or you can watch any of our archived programs on our Facebook page, the Smithville Area Chamber of Commerce Facebook page. So we will go ahead and get started. I'll remind you, those of you that are participating live in the class, you can jump in at any time with questions, and I'm sure that our instructor will be happy to answer those questions. Or you can type your questions into the chat, and she will address them at the end. So without further ado, I will welcome our instructor, Anna Murray with Sundance Expressions. Anna, take it away.
Thanks, April. All right. Really happy to be able to share with you all today about Facebook's Creator Studio. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, get my presentation started, and move all this fun Zoom information out of the way. Awesome. Yeah, so I have I own and run Sundance Expressions Marketing. I pretty much focus on social media and websites, but I dabble in some print work from time to time. So my contact information will be at the end. But ultimately, I'm here today to share with you about Facebook's Creator Studio. And basically, what I have found is Facebook is constantly changing, constantly growing, constantly challenging us. So what we learned today, it'll be a little different in about 4 to 6 months. But they say that change is good. So we'll keep rolling with it and they'll make us smarter as we go. Used to, back in the day, just a few short years or months ago, you could actually schedule posts from your Facebook page. Nowadays, you need to go into Creator Studio. And when they make changes like that and you think all of a sudden you don't have certain capabilities, it can freak you out. It can make you panic, might be a little bit more professional word. But ultimately, there's always an answer. They're not going to take away these really fantastic tools and opportunities because it would make it harder to use the platform. So basically, Facebook Creator Studio is the one-stop shop for scheduling Facebook and Instagram business page posts. So here we go. So beyond the jabber that I go through for the next 40 minutes with you to give you some background and some information, the key takeaways from today are listed on the screen. I'm going to show you about creation, that's the creation of the post, how to schedule. I'm also going to bring in, right now we're going to look at it from the desktop or the laptop, the computer view, but I'm also going to stop sharing in a moment and then share to my iPhone and show you the app that you can use to do this on the go, which is very powerful. You can also edit on the go, which is wonderful because not everyone is at the computer all the time. This is also a great place to look at insights, the inbox, so that includes the messenger and comment section of your Facebook page and Instagram account comments and all. And then there's a really nice sound collection. Ooh, free music, truly free. I just threw this in as a reminder that Facebook Creator Studio is about Facebook and Instagram. There are a lot of scheduling platforms out in the world that are available to social media marketers or independent business owners that don't market for others but market for themselves. Those are all good and fine. Everyone has their platform that they enjoy the most. I just want to remind you that the Creator Studio is about Facebook and Instagram because they are one and the same company. So if you have those other social media accounts, you won't be able to schedule from Creator Studio. Sometimes the obvious is not as obvious until you realize I can't get into my Twitter account. There's a reason. All right, so I have a few notes I might jot or look down at a couple of times just to make sure I don't miss anything. But basically, the question is, what is Creator Studio? And it is truly the streamlined place to manage both the Facebook and Instagram accounts. And what you're going to find through this brief course is there is a strong emphasis on video. So when we get into the insights piece, you'll notice that it's about video. You don't have insights about other information from your page. You would need to actually go to your page for that. But there's a message there. If Facebook is going to create a platform that is going to allow you so many opportunities and tools and information, and I'm going to get to those, there's a reason why video insights are being shown. So there's an emphasis there. They really want you to be utilizing the whole video piece of Facebook. So before I move on, I do want to mention something I should have mentioned earlier, that there are 3 parts to every Facebook business page. Number 1 is business page, which it looks like you're going to your Facebook account, your personal account, and you log into your Facebook business page. That is where you set up your general messaging that's going to go out instantly. That's where you can change the templates of your page, how it's set up, what tabs are available, and also setting up your notifications. Then you have a platform within Facebook called Business Manager. And that is predominantly where you would spend time creating big, large ads. If you're really focused on ads, if you spend a lot of money on ads, not boosting, but ads, then you would get into your Business Manager account. And that's a whole nother story. It's a little more complicated, but it's a great place where you can manage the money that you put behind your business and marketing on Facebook. And then, of course, there's the Creator Studio, which is what the scheduling and the tracking of videos platform is all about and why you're here today. So how do you access it? Well, you access it by typing in facebook.com with a / and the word Creator Studio, no spaces. And you can see that on the screen, and we will get to that in just a moment. And these are the things, there are 6 things that we're going to go over and possibly more. But basically, when we log in the first time, which we're going to do that in a moment, I'll show you where you can switch between the different pages you may manage, or also the Instagram and Facebook page that you have. You can create and schedule your posts. The really nice part, or I shouldn't say that, a really nice part is that you can create a draft. You can get something going and realize, I don't have all the information, or I want to save this for later. You can put it in your drafts file, and you don't have to start all over. You don't have to delete it all and do something later. You actually have a draft folder, which is really handy when, like I said, you think you're ready, but you're not quite. And then the content library, as you can see, was where you can see a summary of all your posts. And then the insights is just as the same type of insights that you can get from your basic Facebook page. But with Creator Studio, again, this is going to talk to you about specifically towards the videos, and you can see that you're going to get much more than just what you see on this slide. But you'll see audience. Your audience can be drilled down into age ranges, where they're located, and it's going to be fun because I'm going to show how to make a post or schedule a post on my business page. But April has been kind enough to allow me to show the video insights for the chamber page, which the chamber puts out quite a few videos like this. I know they've put out some videos here recently, so we'll be able to look at the insights for the chamber's video here in a minute. All right, inbox is pretty clear, but you never want to assume anything, but it is where you will be able to look at your messenger messages and comments from Facebook, and then again, your comments, your messages, and your story mentions on Instagram. But again, remember, you have to post something to Instagram to receive messages, just as you will with Facebook. All right, and then yes, here's that wonderful, oh my gosh, drum roll. I should put that on there. Copyright-free elements for content creation. All right, this is me. So I should always throw this out there. This is how to get in touch with me. But right now, you don't want to get in touch with me, you want to learn about Facebook Creator Studio. So let's go explore. Here is, I've actually already got it pulled up, so I'm going to delete that tab. This is what you see when you first log in and you connect your business Facebook page. So the first time you type it in, they'll send you through some hoops. You type in your account and then it'll link every page that is linked to your account. Now, if I had wanted to show you how to do that, I would have had to sign out of everything. So forgive me for not doing that. Trust me, they're going to step you through it and you'll be there pretty shortly. And of course, you can always contact me and I'll walk you through it. So this is what you see. As you can see that you have, this is your home page where I can create a post. I should back up. Up at the top, there's a blue F. That's for Facebook, of course. And then there's a little camera icon. Now I'm in the content and home page of the Instagram accounts that I manage. So I can toggle between Instagram and Facebook in one place. Let that sink in. One place. I feel like I should go into the camera and come back out. A little entertainment tonight. The areas over on the left side are, of course, the creating the post, which is found here at the home button. If I wanted to look at my content, I could check out the content library and I could see all of the things that have been posted. I've got 3 accounts pulled up right now. I've got my main business page, I have a podcast business page, and I've brought over the Chamber Facebook page. So the Chamber Facebook page, it's got a few more posts than I put out, but again, April was kind enough to allow me to show that, and I'll get into that in a moment. But you can see the videos, there's playlists. You can actually create your playlist here. When you upload a video that is in either a series or a playlist, you can add them. So that makes it nice. You don't have to go back into your page and then pull things over and do extra work. And then there's insights, like I mentioned. Let me just jump into that, because I know someone on here, namely April, is probably, I want to see the insights of the videos. So here are insights from the last 7 days. So in the last 7 days, there have been 841 minutes viewed of videos, a single or multiple videos from the Chamber's Facebook page. 1 minute views, 3-second views, the engagement, which if you recall, hover over it and it tells you these are the people who reacted, commented, shared, or even stopped to view it for a minute. And then the followers. Let's crank this up a little bit and let's look at the last 28 days, because I know the Chamber's had some videos out there over the last 28 days. Look at how these numbers explode. There are 12,500 minutes of videos being viewed or have been viewed to this date, April 26th. I apologize, was yesterday. There have been 675 1-minute views, over 5,000 3-second video views. And then you can, of course, read all this for yourself. And I want to remind you not to think that a 3-second video view is not good, because you've also got your GIFs. So if you upload GIFs, many times those are only about 3 seconds. I know some of the Chamber marketing utilizes GIFs, as well as those 15-minute videos from the Chamber chatter, all the way to those hour-long videos where the Chamber recently hosted the candidate forums. So a lot of information there. And again, with most metrics, now we don't use the word metrics, we use analytics or insights. You can see that I can toggle between different months. I can select an entire quarter of the year. I can custom to my needs. So really it's just where you want to go and what you're looking for in your videos for the information. Let me scroll down. Now you get into the details. So this one, the school board, this was the school board forum, and this was the city council forum. You can see there are some interested individuals in the community that want to know about their candidates and what a great service that the Chamber offered. And there's been almost 6,000 minutes viewed of a 49-minute recording, which the beautiful part about a recording is you can fast forward. So don't let the metrics get you too messed up with, if I divide 5,915 by 49 minutes, oh my gosh, that's not many. It is when people are looking for certain segments or certain messages or certain answers. And then, of course, we can scroll down, down, down. And again, I'm going to keep going. I think this is just going to show all the videos. So let me come over here, over to the audience. This is a really interesting area. This is where you can get, as it shows on the screen, age and gender of engaged viewers, language, interests, pages, etc. And here's top audience. It's interesting. Where's my data? Maybe I need to go to 14 days. You know, I was working with this earlier and it was showing me all kinds of chart information. So that doesn't make me too happy because I was certain that April would want to see this. So I apologize for that, April. Let's look at our video performance. Here's some more performance. Oh, we just did that, didn't we? Well, wouldn't you know it? As soon as I tried to show something, it had great numbers earlier. All right, well, I'm not going to just live on that because that's not fair to you. You didn't come for me to get frustrated about that. The inbox, this is where you'll see on the left-hand side, I'm reviewing the inbox. This is where you'll see your comments and messages. Now, because I have the Chambers page added to this, I'm not going to click on it because I don't want to show the world, if you will, any comments or messages that are there that may be specific, private, or do not need to be shared. That's why they're on the back side of these platforms. So I'm not going to click on that. I do want to roll into the creative tools. This is where we get our sound collection. All of this music is free. There are 8,409 tracks at this time. And then there's also 1,740 sound effects. These are royalty free. You can use them in your creation in Facebook, on Instagram, and no one's going to come after you. So that's a really nice angle that they've added for us. All right, so what do I want to do? I scrolled through that real quick. I do want to show you what it looks like when you go to schedule content from Creator Studio. This, as a social media marketer or manager of other accounts, this is where I live because I can stack all my accounts, and I've not shown them all. I have access to about too many right now. Too many meaning it's a little too boggling for me. So first thing you do, I'm ready to make a post. So I'm going to post something and I'm going to find my Facebook page. Here it is. It's going to load up. Hopefully my internet is doing wonderful. It is. I'm so excited. Here I can add a video, photo. I can also start live video, which would allow me to, of course, go live from my laptop here. But I want to share a photo. It fusses at me when I move too fast. So I have shared something to my desktop to try to make this faster for you. And what else have I done? Here y'all are, you're stuck looking at all my stuff. So I pre-built this so that I wouldn't be taking up all your time thinking, so that I can paste this in here, or I can type it in. It's wonderful because you can also come in here and do your tagging. We'll have to take a moment to do that. And spelling correctly is always important. Spelling is always important, you guys. Holy mackerel. You gotta wonder. Thank you for your patience. Okay, kids. There it is. My goodness. So now I'm ready to go. I don't want this to go out right now. I've got my content. I've got my image. I'm going to come down to the bottom where it allows me to boost right in this space, or I can share now or I can schedule, which I would like to schedule. So I'm going to schedule this for tomorrow at 6 a.m. Make sure I check my time zone, especially if my client is not in this area, and then I schedule it. Now I'm not done. Notice how it didn't disappear, and this button at the bottom now reads later. I can hover over it and it confirms the date and the time that I want to schedule that. And then when I select schedule post, it disappears and takes me right back to my home screen. Same thing in Instagram. It looks very similar. So I can come over to Instagram, I can create a post, I can go to Instagram feed, and there I have it. Now, caution, I can upload the exact same image and I can edit it somewhat, but it's not going to do well if I do not go ahead and save that other image in an Instagram size. And that's what I do for all my Instagram posts. I just didn't prepare to show you that today. It does allow you to add the location, you can do the content, and then of course your scheduling is at the bottom. So that is Instagram. I'm going to discard, I'm going to go back to Facebook. I'm going to show you one thing real quick here at the bottom. When I was creating my post, I should have slowed down a little bit and showed you where you could save as a draft. Under the share now at the bottom, the drop down arrow, the save draft is at the bottom. And if you save something as a draft, it will save to select your content library and you can see it in your drafts. Now, remember, I just showed you how to schedule a basic post. Creator Studio is really pushed towards the insights for video, not a standard post, but you can do both. So when I go in to look at, when I go in to schedule a video, it's going to give me a little bit more information. It's going to start giving me the opportunity to change the thumbnail. It's going to give me an opportunity to select whether or not it's going to go out today, whether it goes to a playlist. So it gives you a lot more options, which is really nice. But when you go in to look at your scheduled items, you're still going to see it. If I realize that I don't want this to go out today, I can now edit it. So I still have a lot of those capabilities. I'm not just locked into it's scheduled and I can't touch it. The thing is, even though you can schedule your basic daily post and video, you don't have access to everything in Facebook, such as your events, which are powerful. You have to go to your Facebook page to schedule the event. An interesting side note, I've learned in Facebook, I can't, and if someone out there knows how, please contact me. I have to go and duplicate an event to schedule something to post later. Otherwise, it is ready to post right then. And that is something I've learned, and I've wasted a lot of time because I wanted something to schedule later, but I had to post it right then. So I had to scrap it and start all over. So if you're going to schedule something for later from an event side, go in, find one of your past events or present and duplicate. All right, enough there. I got off track a little bit. So I showed you how to switch between Facebook and Instagram, how to upload. I now want to show you how to do the same thing I'm going to share screen again, from the iPhone, because you can download, let me get my screen mirroring going. Here we go. You can download the Business Manager app where you can have these same opportunities. And of course, here we go. All right. Hopefully you're able to see my Facebook, my iPhone screen. Here's my social folder, and here's Business Suite. That's what it's called, Business Suite. And here, it looks a lot different than my basic Facebook page, but from here, I can do the same thing. Now I can schedule. I cannot schedule in Facebook. I just can't, whether it's on the computer or on the phone. But in Business Suite, you can go to your app store or whatever your phone carrier carries and download that app. So this is what it looks like. I'm going to select the photo. I'm going to select the teaser. I know you're probably reading it, trying to figure it out. And then I can type in something fun like, how long did it take you to, okay, no, be better prepared. Add your answer in the comments. And then, you could always throw something like, first 3 people get 10% off at the next XYZ. So we're going to schedule this because I don't want it to go out right now. At the top, I'm going to select next. Now do I want to publish it now, or do I want to schedule it for later? So I scheduled it for later. Now I have an opportunity to choose the date, the time, AM, PM. It's done. Notice how it switched to scheduled, and it shows Wednesday, April 28th at 6:53. And it says the post is not available for this. Well, that's too bad. So here's my preview for what it'll look like on Facebook. I can toggle to the top, and now I can see what the preview looks like on Instagram. Facebook view, Instagram, and then the magic schedule button. I get the timeline, and boom, there it is. So I just wanted to show you that you can use the same skills on the iPhone or your phone if you have the app without having to go all the way back to your computer. So if you're there at the computer, I suggest using the computer, but if you're out and about away from your computer, you can always schedule from your iPhone as well. So it's kind of early, but I didn't mean to go too fast. So let me ask you if you have any questions. I'm going to review my notes real quick. I'll stop sharing. Maybe that'll help. If anyone has a question, anything that I can help you with, or I can review some things.
Anna.
Hey, sorry about that.
No, that's okay. So I was hoping you could go back over posting and boosting in the Facebook studio.
Sure. Let me get the share screen grab again. So when you go to posts, let me get myself squared away here. Instagram, Facebook. All right, home. All right. If I'm going to go in, let me run over to the chamber.
And let me interject too. You might want
Yes.
to let people know, I know this may seem a little basic, but how to connect a payment option so that people can boost.
To actually boost the post? Okay. Hope I don't end up showing a credit card.
Well, no, that's
All
a
right.
good point. You might just kind of explain it a little bit. Yeah.
Sure, I'll do my best. I may need to just go ahead and open up a Facebook page. I'll tell you what, let me stop share real quick, because that's a great question. And that way I'll make sure that I'm not. Yes, okay, I'm good. I'm good. Always check before you show everyone your credit card number. All right, here we go. So April was saying about the boosting. Let's just pretend I had a nice post up here and I select the boost post button at the bottom left-hand corner. So now I have all the information about where I want to send this. So if I want to send this to people in our area or people who like your page and their friends. So that is, I'm on the chamber's page right now. So it's linking everything to the chamber. So the chamber has a lot more followers and likes than my business account does, or business page does. So if I don't get that confused, so if I'm posting to my page, it's going to pull all the analytics that are connected to my page, not all the pages I manage. So I can target, I can send this, who is my audience? I can send this to those who just like my page or like my page and all my people's friends, which that just that just blows up. That's an amazing amount of people. When you select the people in your local area, you get the option to designate, is it going to be 15 miles radius? Is it going to be a 30, 25, etc. So you can set those. And let's see. So right now, if I were to select people in your local area, I've already pre-selected an 18 to 65, which I'm going to tell you right now, if you ever make a post for a business that has any kind of connection, whether it's a fundraiser or not, and it has any kind of connection to anything with age limitations like alcohol, that type of thing, you need to set your age to that allowable legal age. So 21 and up would be best, and you can create a new audience for that. Otherwise, you'll get blocked. It will not allow the boost to go forward. They've got that built into the algorithm. Here, I can select what is my radius. I can go within 1 mile. If I wanted to really focus in on the city proper, I would select 3. If I wanted to get our friends in Bastrop, I would select 25. Notice how it expands. And all my posts, where I'm going to boost this to go to, I really want to be thinking about who is my audience. And if this is something that's just Smithville specific, do I want to expand this to all of Bastrop County, or do I want to put 50 miles on there and include Austin? Think about where you're spending your money. So at the bottom, as I continue down, you're going to constantly see this message about running for 4 days gets better results. So if we're going to go with $4 and it's going to end tomorrow, it shows right now that the estimate of the people that this post is going to reach is going to be between 220 and 630 people per day. If that's a good amount for you, that's great. If you're testing, that's great. Notice if I add that 2 days, it's still $4. It doesn't multiply to 8. It's still $4 over 2 days. My numbers changed. If I go to 3, if I go to 4. So now my numbers are low because they're splitting that $4 into $1 a day, basically. So if I follow their thinking and I want my reach to be larger, I can either edit here, or I can use this slide and I can move the numbers up. If I want to invest $10, but I don't want to go $4 and I want to go 3 or 2, notice how now it's really pushing that money in. My gosh, my mouse is a little tricky. The number of people reached is going up. It really wants me to spend more money. So there's how you select that. You can also change your date here, change your money. Know what you want to do. Don't let Facebook tell you, no, you need to spend $4 or $5. Make sure when you go to push agreeing to that you've got the money you want to spend. My account is at the bottom, and this is connected to a business manager. That's why there's a large number there. That is not a credit card, by the way. That is my business manager account. And then here is a MasterCard. Last 4 digits gets you nothing else. If I want to change that, which I'm not going to select it because it will show me a lot more information, I can change the credit card right now. So I'm not married to this credit card for all my boosting, which is very important for someone like me who is managing multiple accounts. So I have different cards set up for different accounts. Now, if I had some content in that post on the screen prior to this, I would actually get to see a preview. Now, this is a boost. Remember, if you do an ad, you need a business manager account, and you have it by default. You just have to go in through that information and fill that information out. But that doesn't always show up on your page. Where a boosted post is going to be in your timeline, an ad is like putting something out in a magazine that goes and is distributed out, where a post and boosted post is like putting a sign on your door, on your business door, and also putting it in the mail. So you see it here and it goes out. An ad just goes out. I hope that helps. with the boost. And if I've shared too much information, I apologize for any confusion. But basically, you can select to boost the post here after you put your content, add your video or add your photo. You can boost the post, and then you can select your targeted area, either specific, you can create a new one. Here, you can create a new audience. And I can name this Smithville Area Chamber of Commerce. And this is where I had mentioned earlier, you can change the age range. So if we're going to put on an event like Casino Night, where Casino Night is always for 21 and up, I want to make sure that it's not going to go out to anyone's page that's under 21. Of course, my location is Texas, but I can even type in Bastrop County, Texas. I want to hit the whole county, or if I want to select just Smithville. Notice at the bottom that Facebook is telling me that my audience size is good and at 40,000 people. Look what happens if I type in Smithville, Texas. Oops. It says fewer than 1,000 people. So if I put in Austin, Texas, now look at the number. It's grown quite a bit, but it's also encompassing all the people in that radius. And that's not all the people that live in this area. It's those with estimated Facebook accounts. No guarantee that you're going to get there, but you can't get there for a lot of folks if you don't put some money behind it. And especially if you're not posting frequently. So, and then now I'm getting into other Facebook information. Thank you, April, for that question or direction to talk about boosts. Is there anything else? Anyone? It's a very, very handy tool. It's a very nice place to be able to drive for multiple pages. So if you have a cleaning business, maybe the dry cleaner has a dry cleaning location here in Smithville, one in Bastrop, one in Cedar Creek, one in Giddings, and maybe there's a page for each of those. This is a great place to live, to where you can copy and paste and recreate, but you can only post out to one page at a time. The cross posting comes with the videos, but you really need to think about where your home insights are going to be. Is it going to be on this page or that page? And if it's one company and you've got all your videos that are going to be supporting that one company, it's one thing. But when you are in a collaboration, say the two large sponsors, not local, but the library services folks, if they cross post, who's going to get the insight? So it's good to post the video there and post the video there, if that is what they were doing at this time, from my understanding.
So if you were going to boost something, how
Yes,
would
ma'am.
you look up the insights and see if that boost, see how the boost did it help you? Did it help drive more people to your page or help drive more people to that particular post?
That is where you would spend time in your actual Facebook account, especially since it's not a video. You would go to your Facebook account, your business page, and you would go into your insights as you did with Creator Studio, but more to your Facebook page.
Okay.
And then it gives you all those wonderful metrics of age range and times, etc.
All right. Well, do we have any more questions? I haven't seen any come up in the chat.
This is one of those things, if you haven't used Facebook Creator, when you first see it and you first start trying to utilize it, it looks so different from your basic Facebook page where you may be more comfortable and more used to working. But I do have something to share about Boost too. But so it takes a little time to get, for me, I should say, it took a little time for me to get comfortable with it or using it. So give yourself some time and don't get too frustrated go in and check it out. If you post something that you wish you didn't post, just go in and delete it. You're not going to hurt yourself. I did want to mention one thing about boosts. April had asked about scheduling boosts and what that looked like. If you share something from another page, so if April shared something from my business page to the Chamber's page, you cannot boost that. You cannot boost shared items. So especially for someone like the Chamber of Commerce, which is built on supporting businesses, if you're going to boost for a business because of a really fantastic event, or there's a big deal going on, it's better to copy the information and do a fresh post to be able to boost it. Just a side note. Other than that, I'm really glad that you are here, and I'm really appreciative of the opportunity, because these training classes, this one and so many others, are so useful for folks in our community and beyond.
Thank you, Anna. I appreciate that. That was very interesting, and I took lots and lots of copious notes. I want to thank all of you for watching this class, whether in person or later in a virtual setting, and remind you that all of the classes that we are teaching between January and August as a part of this virtual training series are or will be available on the Chamber's Facebook page, as well as on our website, smithvilletx.org, including today's class using Facebook's Creator Studio. I want to again thank the Institute of Museum and Library Services and the Texas State Library and Archives Commission, our funding partners, as well as the City of Smithville and the Smithville Public Library. Our upcoming classes are on May 4th, Customer Aftercare. You've made the sale, now what? That'll be on May 4th at 1:30. And on May 11th, Creating a Marketing Plan for Your Business at 6 p.m. Brought to us again by Sundance Expressions. You can register for these free classes anytime you like at smithvilletx.org. And until next time, again, on behalf of the Smithville Area Chamber of Commerce, thank you for participating.
Thank you.